Hi, welcome back. For this next video, we will look at creating classes and enrolling our already imported students. These are the fourth and fifth parts of the onboarding process. Open the wizard and start the import class step. As before, you must use the template located on the article concerning this step. Make sure you have read the article for further information regarding class import. In this case, we will use the import to create new classes for the current system year. Opening the template, the first column requires us to enter the scholastic year in which the classes can be created. It is possible to upload for all of your previous years if you wish. The scholastic year, in the case of the example, is 2016-17. So we enter the number 2017 as the key. To check on your system's current year, then go to the user icon on the Quick Action toolbar and check the dates. Your class levels were created when you built the MySchool instance. You need to make sure that the name is the same, otherwise this will stop the import tool. A quick way to check this is to go to the Administer menu header, then open Classes. Select from the filter on the right. It will show all of the class levels that were created. This class level will be used as the stem for the class name. Classes are where students are grouped with inside of MySchool. In some cases, you may wish to split your class level into smaller groups, or just have one generic class for the class level. Classes are not connected to subjects or courses. They are simply a way to group students with inside of their respective levels. Note that you can have a variety of naming conventions. This is not a mandatory step for the wizard, but if you want to assign a teacher to a class and you imported them on the last step, you can do. Select it as name type and just make sure that you have entered their surname, comma, space, first name. So with the filled import sheet, let's start the import wizard again and upload the template and next step. Let's start the mapping. Notice the issues are saying that we need to map the first three columns as they are mandatory. Choose the academic year ID, class level by name, and class name. The issues are resolved. Depending on how you have entered your teachers, choose either the name or the MySchool ID. We will choose name here. We can now move to the next step. So there are no issues with the mandatory fields, but we can see that it can't find our teachers. Looks like we missed out to put a space after the comma. We can simply use the drop-down list to find the teachers in our staff lists. Click on the cell and enter the first few letters, or use the arrow for the full list. Equally, if you have forgot to add a teacher and you know they have been imported, you can search for them and add them in the same way. Once completed, select Publish All and then complete the class creation step. We can now move into enrolling our students into the system. Now for class enrolments. So again, let's download the template from the article, and we can now enroll our students into our newly imported classes. This will make them active students with inside of MySchool. So as we see, the academic year column is required, but instead of using the names in this example, we will now start to use the external ID we added in the student import. This helps us avoid any data errors for the import, as these IDs are unique. Of course, if you prefer, you can still use the student surname, comma space, first name as the key for the sheet. Just remember that you should use one key for all students. So, in this case, let's change this back to external ID. Now let's add the class names. These must be entered exactly as it is inside of MySchool for the import tool to be able to find the match. If you need to check the spelling, again, you can go to Administer, Classes, and confirm the spelling from there. Let's start now to import the template. Upload your template, and let's map the columns. Notice that there are two issues. So let's map the columns to resolve these. For the student, we will choose External ID as the key type. If you have used the name, then select that as the key type. Again, for the class identifier, we will choose the name. So everything looks good, with no issues flagged. So we can go straight to the Publish All and then complete this step. To finish here, we just need to check the import has enrolled the students correctly. We can do this by going to the class lists, again in Administer, Classes. Open the green hyperlink. You can now see that the students are now classed as actively enrolled students. Now we can find them using the quick search feature. Type in the first few letters of the student's name and they should be available in the drop-down search. Excellent. Everything seems to be in order.